In this lecture, we are going to subscribe our platform event with the help of Node.js outside of our Salesforce environment. Most of the time, we need to subscribe the event outside of Salesforce environment instead of subscribing those events inside of our Salesforce environment. So this is a very simple code that we have used in our earlier topic whenever we were discussing about the post topics. We need to use the same code, except there are few changes that we need to make. Is the first change is that here, instead of giving the name of our post topic, we need to give the subscription channel, the fully qualified subscription channel, which is starting from forward event, and then again we need to put the name of our event. It might be your standard event, or it might be your custom event that we have created. So we are going to see how we can subscribe both standard and custom as well. So what I have is, this is my folder where I have created and shown you the demo. I've showed you the demo in my previous lecture. This is my file that I have prepared for this lecture. I've just opened this so that we can see here. You can see we have got JSForce, which is required library for us to execute. And then we don't need this security token because I have already added that IP range at a profile level. And this is my username and this is my password. What we did is, we said that connection.login with the help of OAuth 2.0 password flow here, and then we said return us error or success response. If there is any error, just return from here as, and then if not, then execute these lines. Now if you see here, I am subscribing one which is standard event, which is for batch apex. I'm going to subscribe the other one as well, which is test event, test underscore event underscore e. Now I have got to here, I will say event batch apex, we can say, and for the next one we can say that event test event, so that we can see this is the differentiation between these two. Now let's see how we can execute. Again, the process is similar. What you need to do is just go to your directory, select the complete path, and just type cmd and hit enter. As soon as you will hit enter, you will be able to see this. And let me see if I can increase, or let me maximize this. Okay, so this is how. And now what we need to do is just say node, and then the file of my JS file name is p-event.js, and just hit enter. If the name of your file is different, like you have given event.js or server.js, use that file over here. Now you can see we got this authentication and this cursor is blinking. That means it is listening for our events. First thing that we will do is, we will go to developer console and execute this batch apex in order to see the error of our batch apex. So let's execute it, and instead of having 5 of a batch apex, I will say let's have a 2 of a batch apex, so that we can have 5 output into our terminal. As soon as we'll execute, and in the debug log we will see that our batch apex has been executed. Go back to your terminal here. You will see we have got, this is the number one that we have got. 41 is replay id, and then it is ending to 45. That means we have got 1 2 3 4 5. There are 5 that we have got for this batch apex, and we can also see the payload, which is again saying we have job scopes, and in the job scope we have given 2. That is why we are getting the account id 2, and then we are getting created by id, whatever the error we are getting. This is about the standard event, right? Now let's talk about the event which is our custom event. For that, what we will do is, we'll quickly go to workbench so that we can subscribe the event from the workbench. Not subscribe, publish the event from the workbench. So here we will say s object, and then the name of our object is test event underscore underscore e. And in order to make sure it is correct, just click on execute. We got this. Go to the post, and in the body, as we remember that we have two fields on this object. One is name underscore underscore c. I will say here for Node.js, and then second is an account id. So let's quickly say here, I will say account underscore id underscore underscore c, and we'll say any simple value 001, and anything you can just put a random. Okay, and click on execute. We got success as true over here. That means if we go to our palette or terminal, here we can see that we have got this name is for Node.js, created by ID, created date, account ID. So that is how you can subscribe your platform event outside of your Salesforce environment. Now let's try to execute, clear this screen. We'll get back to our Node.js over here. So earlier what I did is, to terminate this process, I use Control C, and then it automatically terminates the process. And if you don't want, you can just close that. Now what we will do is, instead of having this test event, we are going to use our logout event stream. We are also going to test this logout event as well. Now we have made the changes into our JavaScript file in order to listen logout event stream, and we will say that here logout event, and again get back to our no terminal if you have opened. If not, you can again open by following the same process we did. I have just executed my JavaScript file, got the authentication successful. I will go back and click on logout in my screen. So I'm logged out from my Salesforce org, get back to command, and we can see that we are also getting that logout event which is being listened over here. So this is how we can subscribe any kind of event. That is not mandatory to have either standard or custom. It can be anything. You are putting custom component, you are putting your standard component, any event that you wanted to subscribe, you can subscribe using your node.js with the help of JS Force library. So this is it what we have planned for this lecture and for our platform events. I have covered pretty much everything about platform event with all those scenarios. And let's talk about assignments, because we have assignment for each and every section. So for this assignment, what you need to do is create a platform event and name it opportunity notification. This platform event will have these following fields: the name, stage, close date, and amount. Now you need to create a process builder which will publish the event with the above details if the opportunity is closed one. That means you need to create a process builder on opportunity, and then process builder will execute either create or update. Will check if the stage is closed one, then publish the event with these details: opportunity name, opportunity stage, close date, amount. And then you need to create a Lightning Web component which will subscribe this event and display the record in a tabular format. Like we did display the record in Aura component in a tabular format, now you need to do the same in your Lightning Web component. And then create a JavaScript file using node.js and subscribe the same event published using the process builder. That means your management who is logged in inside Salesforce will also be able to see the data, and the external management that don't have access to Salesforce will also be able to see the data. So this is the complete assignment for this platform event, which is also covering each and every aspect of platform event with a particular scenario.